Welcome to readers to another review. I'm Michael for Spirit Comics. This is Batgirl number 6, the epilogue to Beyond Burnside. Now, as you can see, Poison Ivy is on the cover, and yes, she is in this story. I think they have they have the same. I think they have the same artistic team, but this time the art is a little bit, well, obviously it's different. It just doesn't look as rich in thought and detailed as the previous covers. And why is there, a white background, Because this is probably where they were, because they're on an airplane, and they have some trouble. So we'll get into the story, and you'll see what I'm talking about. This says negative 55 degrees Celsius, 450 knots, somewhere over the North Pacific Ocean. This is above my pay grade, like 35,000 feet above it. And as you can see, she's on the outside of a plane that's in the air and is missing one of its engines because of a plant. So, Beyond Burnside epilogue, written by Hope Larson. But 10 hours earlier, just east of Japan, and it is a long plane ride from the parts of Asia, Australia, back to the United States. I should know because I've made such a trip before. She writes, "And while I understand that the deadline has passed, I implore you to make an exception. I've been traveling in China, where your website is blocked by the Great Firewall, and I'm able to upload my application only now that my flight has entered international airspace. Sincerely, Barbara Gordon." She was, nope, send. And then suddenly, the plane starts rocking. And this dude says, planes can't tip over, planes can't tip over. And so they're all panicking, whoa! And this guy says, "Dear God, I don't want to die." And then Barbara Gordon starts thinking, no way, this isn't happening. I didn't trek all the way across Asia and survive my fight with teacher just to die in a plane crash. Phew. So the light comes on, ding! That's okay too. Unfasten your seatbelt. Hey, thanks for the warning. Which is strange because they're experiencing mega turbulence. Ew, what's that smell? She thinks, because she does get a whiff of something. And then people start commenting, "Geez, buddy, we have mercy on your fellow passengers. It's not me. No one's feet smell this bad. Whoa, somebody's baking brownies." She thinks, and I'm not the only one who caught a whiff. Look there. Does that look familiar? It should. Something tells me Batgirl should investigate what else I'm gonna do. What else am I gonna do? Stress about my application for 12 hours? Excuse me. So she changes into her uniform. I like to say uniform better than costume. Whew, it stinks even worse up in business class. Sorry, sir, I assure you the smell will dissipate momentarily. More champagne? Then she figures out it's coming from the cargo hold, so she jumps down in the cargo hold and hears, "Hold it, Batgirl!" and there's someone standing behind her. I cannot pronounce these words, but I'll try. Aristal Shina Patnosholia, a prehistoric magnolia. Its flowers smell like rotting flesh. She's like, uh-oh, that sultry voice, that botanical jargon. Poison ivy, of course you're behind this. And her face comes into view. She's smiling, wearing the dark red lipstick that she's known for. I'm not denying it's my specimen, but it was dormant. A fossil. I didn't think it would wake up, or even that it could. But the combination of altitude and turbulence must have done the trick. I'll get her settled down. Go back to your seat. If you think I'm gonna leave you two alone, and what she doesn't know is that the weed is starting to wrap around her. Eep. I mean, really, that's all she can say is eep. Like, what about whoa, or hey, no. And it gets tighter. So she gets out a batarang. Pardon me. Starts slicing at it. And the thing screeches. And she's said, I never heard a plant scream before. Did you know it could do that? No, but Pognoxi evolved to fend off dinosaurs. And normally, poison ivy would be, don't you hurt my baby! But she doesn't. I guess she was so shocked by the scream, I don't know. It's bound to have some impressive defenses. Ivy, what's it doing? Both of them are just don't know, so it's ripping through the bulkhead, I believe. Batgirl? If we don't stop, it'll bring down the plane. What's going on? Nothing. Ivy must have pressed the call button by mistake. You've got nothing to fear, sweetheart, she says in her usual sort of condescending voice. Then she looks up at the girl, and gives her, I don't know what type of gas it is. We've got everything under control. And blows it at her. And then I guess it's a mind-altering perfume. While Batgirl is fighting the weed and not doing very well. She says, Ivy, what are you doing? Leave that woman alone. And now she's like a total blank. You smell nice. You like? It's my signature scent. Add this to the air filtration system and the whole plane will smell just like me. And she's got that. She's under Ivy's control. And so she does that. You can see her spraying the perfume into the air filtration system, and it goes out through all the plane. Everybody gets a whiff of it, and they're all out. And Ivy says, weak minds are so easily overpowered. Ivy! And she's like, what? A little help? I mean, normally, Batgirl would probably be like, no, I'm not working with you, but she really didn't have a choice in this case. If you're finished roofing the whole plane, we've got to get that weed off the wing, because that's where it is right now, and it's causing some major damage. We can lose one turbine. We can, but if it gets the other, I'll try and ask it to stop. She's gonna try and ask it to stop. And Batgirl says, "There's no time. We're doing this my way." And Poison Ivy's like, "That won't work either. You'll never cut through it in time. You have to go out where it's thinner." "Oh, do I? Why not you? That thing's your pet." And then let's see that. I think it's I'm not sure what that is. It's definitely not definitely not, fire retardant or anything. Well, at least I don't think so. And Ivy starts to be alarmed. "Oh God, it's in the wall." Fine, I'm going out on the wing, but you have to stop it from trashing the electrical system. And of course, what does she have right there? An electromagnet. That's how she's gonna stick to the plane. Yikes! This puts my application anxiety in perspective. So she's out there on the plane, and she uses her batarang to slice it and cut it up. And she said that should hold her off for a little. And then she turns back and she's alarmed. Oh no. Because look, that thing is underneath the plane. That's where the weed is rooted. So she gets back inside, and I'm surprised that she's not sucked back out, because there's nothing closing the door. She says, "Ivy, its roots, it's picking up moisture from the clouds. What are we going to..." Whoa. And then she loses consciousness. "Did it hurt you?" She catches Batgirl. No, I'm just a little light-headed." And she says, "I don't feel great either. The air's too thin. Come on, we need oxygen." So they go back up to the cabin, and Poison Ivy taps on on that device. I can't remember what it's called. So the gas, so the oxygen mask will drop. And thankfully, I've never had to do this in a flight. "We can't stop Pognason. It's growing faster than we can cut it back," she says. "But hey, we'll be conscious when the plane goes down." Batgirl says, "I guess I can stop worrying about the application I just sent, and whether switching careers is what I really want. I think it is, but maybe the flight home from a trip is the wrong time to change direction." And Poison Ivy looks at her and says, "But your poor life choices, your hubris, aren't gonna kill 400 people. I should know better than anyone that nature won't be controlled by man." Batgirl just lets out a sigh and listens to Poison Ivy. It feels good just to sit and breathe. And then Batgirl has an idea. "That's it. That's how we beat this thing." And of course, Poison Ivy is not sure what she's talking about. "What are you doing? You can't kill a plant with oxygen." She says, "These masks aren't connected to oxygen tanks. They're oxygen candles. Pulling the cord ignites a mixture of chemicals that releases oxygen as a byproduct. and the primary chemical is sodium chlorate. Ring a bell? And then Poison Ivy is alarmed. Oh my god, sodium chlorate is weed killer! And she, come here, pugnacious, or whatever it's called. And Barbara's grinning. She's ready to take care of it. And then Poison Ivy reacts like she usually does. Wait, we can't. I know you're an organic kind of girl, but in this case, she says, we can't kill it. There are plenty more humans on Earth, but Aristotle Pognea is the last of its kind. And it seems like Batgirl seems to be a little bit sympathetic toward her. She says, please, Ivy. Humans didn't drive Pugnalia to extinction. Maybe we aren't supposed to bring it back. Isn't that hubris too? She says, fine, but you're on your own. And that's one of the few times I think Poison Ivy has actually agreed to let a plant die. So Batgirl takes the candle in hand and jams it into the weed. And it screams. I know. It's working. The poison's working, she thinks. Because look at the expression on the plant's face. It's in pain. And then it's just not working fast enough, she thinks, because the plant is reacting. It's trying to wrap itself around Batgirl again. And it does. It starts to wrap around her neck. And then Batgirl feels the weight tightening around her neck. And all of a sudden, shh. And Batgirl is so surprised. Ivy? Ivy actually helped kill the plant. She smiles and Batgirl hits the floor with a big thud. So they arrive in Gotham International Airport, where they're now back in civilian clothes, and Barbara Gordon is just coming out of her, her I guess sleep. She says, "Are we home?" And if you don't know, Poison Ivy's name is Pamela Isley. So she says, Pamela says, sure, if Gotham's your final destination, but you seem like more of a Burnside girl. And Barbara just winks at her and says, good call. I was having the craziest dream. Yeah, me too. And then look at the turbine. That was no dream. I mean, that turbine is really messed up big time. And then toward the end, we are introduced to a new character after, Barbara gets a bunch of email notifications. 38 emails, business party, baby shower. Oh my god, no way, they accepted me already. And then her friend Frankie comes out to greet her. And they hug because, it's been a long time. And she talks about, the meeting up with Poison Ivy and the mutant plant and so on. And they don't know it, but someone's listening to them. This dude right here. And this guy is who he's meeting. Welcome, E. Cobblepot. Does the name Cobblepot ring a bell? It should. You're my new intern? Yes, sir. I'm Jason. He says, how was Switzerland, sir? Good to be home? Small talk is the enemy of innovation, Jason. But Gotham isn't home. Never was. Where to, sir? He says, to Burnside. Next, an all-new Burnside in Son of Penguin, Part 1. So that was Batgirl number 6. And it was pretty exciting from beginning to end. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. You know, I have no complaints about it. It was a lot of fun. You know, meeting up with Poison Ivy and seeing the dialogue between them. It was kind of funny to see how Batgirl interacted with Poison Ivy, and for a change, Poison Ivy not behaving so seriously when it comes to plants. And the color of the Batgirl logo sort of reflected that. You know, green as in the green which Poison Ivy wears. And the bat in the background, purple, like Batgirl. So it's to show that those two are working together. I'm pretty sure that's what the purple bat and the green Batgirl logo mean. I could be wrong. I don't know, but that's my guess. Did you enjoy this episode? Did you enjoy this issue? Leave your comments below. I'm Michael for Spirit Comics. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. Also, please do smash that bell like She-Hulk so you can be notified of future uploads. Also, please like and share this video if you did enjoy it with someone else who might enjoy it as well. Till next time, true readers.